So this video we are going to do 2, 3 to 2, 4. So solving equations. So this is going to have probably variables on both sides. It's going to have multiple steps to solve it. Okay, so just a little review. If we're trying to get the variables by itself, because we're solving, if I'm multiplying, the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So to get y by itself, we divide. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, we could plug it back in and check our answer. So replace y with 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So we were right. So y equals 2. Okay, I'm trying to get y by itself. So if I'm multiplying by 2, I got to divide by 2. Oops. So if I'm dividing things, it's the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So right now it's 2 over 1 because that's the same thing as 2. So if I'm multiplying by the reciprocal, it's the same thing as multiplying by 1 over 2. Okay, when we're multiplying or multiplying fractions, we multiply across. So 4 times 1 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6. So my answer is 4 over 6. Okay, I'm still trying to get y by itself. So this time I'm multiplying by the reciprocal to get rid of it. So I'm multiplying by 4 over 3. Because I'm multiplying, I'm trying to divide, which is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. Gets a little confusing, but I'm trying to get rid of it. So for this, I have to multiply by the reciprocal. So the 6 is the same thing as 6 over 1. So when I multiply across. 6 times 4 is 24. 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, 24 divided by 3 is then 8, and you could plug that 8 back in for y to check it. Okay, this one, I need to combine like terms first. Okay, there's no multiplying or dividing yet, because I need to simplify it what's on both sides first if I can. Okay, so I can combine these two because they're like terms. 5x plus 2x, I just add the numbers in front. Okay, so that's going to be 7x minus 3. Okay, negative 3x plus 10x, I just do the numbers in front. So 10 minus 3 is going to be 7x. Okay, now I want to get my x's on the same side for this. So to simplify, right now I have to get the x's on the same side, and then we'll go from there. So if I'm trying to get my x's on the same side, I need to subtract 7x from both sides. So I got negative 3 equals 7x minus 7x is 0. Does negative 3 ever equal 0? No. Negative 3 does not equal 0, so this one actually is no solution. Okay, there's no solution for this because there's no x that I can put in there that's going to work. Okay, this one, I would distribute this first, okay, because we need to simplify it on one side so that we can start moving things around. So 4 times y here is 4y. 4 times that positive 2 is 8. Okay, now we can start moving our y's to the same side and our numbers onto the same side. So I could, if I want to move this y, the opposite of subtracting is adding, so let's add y to move it over. Okay, 4y plus y, this is the same thing as having a 1 in front of it. So 4 plus 1 is going to be 5. And then it canceled over here, so I still got the 12. Okay, I'm still trying to get y by itself, so I got to do the things not attached to it first. So I got to subtract 8 from both sides. So now I got 5y, these cancel, 12 minus 8 is 4. Okay, I'm multiplying, so the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So divide both sides by 5. So we got y equals 4 over 5. That is my answer. Okay, this we're going to have to do some distributing first so that we can start simplifying. So I'm going to distribute this. So 5 times 10x is 50x. 5 times negative 10 is negative 50. Got to distribute this. Negative 5 times negative 4 is a positive 20x, okay? Because a negative times a negative is a positive. This negative 5 times positive 4 is negative 20. Okay, now we got to move it so the x's are on the same side and numbers are on the same side. So if I want to move this 20x over, right now it's addition because it's positive, so I'm going to subtract 20x to get rid of it. So it'll cancel. 50x minus 20x is 30x. Remember, the x's don't change. Okay, now we need to get x by itself. So right now I'm subtracting this 50, so the opposite is going to be adding 50. So negative 20 plus 50, or 50 minus 20, is 30. Okay, and right now I'm multiplying 30 times x, so to get rid of it, I have to divide it. I'm going to run out of space here. So dividing both sides by 30, so that it cancels on this side. 30 divided by 30 is 1. Okay, and then plug it back in for all the x's when you go to check it. Okay, because if you're replacing one of them with the number, you got to replace all of them with the number. So x equals 1 is going to be my answer. Okay, a dress costs $69.50 on sale for 45% off. What is the sale price? Okay, so my dress is costing $69.50 right now, and we need to see what 45% off is. So when I'm doing percentages, it has to be converted to a decimal. So 45% is the same thing as 0.45. I got to multiply it, okay? Because I'm trying to find the percentage off, I got to multiply it to figure out how much off we're going to get. So I'm going to take my calculator, and I'm going to do $69.50 times 0.45, okay? So that is 31.20, and then I'm going to round that to 28, okay? So that is how much dollars I have off, but I want to know what the sale price is. So I need to subtract that from $69.50 because this is how much we're getting off. So I'm going to take $69.50 minus $31.28. So $69.50 minus $31.28. My sale price is $38.22. So that's how much I would pay on sale for that dress. Okay, what is the solution of -2 equals -5 plus z over -2? I have to get rid of the things not attached to z first to be able to get it by itself. So to get rid of this -5, we have to add 5. Remember, you always do the opposite. So -2 plus 5 or 5 minus 2 is 3. Then we still have this z over -2. I'm dividing, so the opposite of dividing is multiplying, so I got to multiply both sides by -2. -2 times 3 is -6, so z equals -6. Again, plug -6 in for z to make sure that it's the solution.